A silent dusk blanketed the human colony planet, its pale skies revealing the scattered remnants of ancient star paths and the soft glimmer of distant suns. Vast fields of amber grain and meticulously tended gardens extended beneath an endless horizon, where modern technology meshed inconspicuously with the pastoral simplicity of life. Amid these fertile acres, a solitary figure plowed a furrow, embodying the humble strength of humanity. The rhythm of plow and earth had long dictated the cadence of days, until the fabric of routine split open with an event that defied every expectation. A colossal vessel, sleek and iridescent as a shard of celestial glass, descended from the firmament with a silence that belied its monumental presence. The craft's surface shimmered with luminous patterns, its contours simultaneously alien and regal, as if designed by the hands of cosmic artisans. It swept low over the fields, casting elongated otherworldly shadows that rippled across the land. In that surreal moment, the vast gulf between the stars and the soil was bridged by a marvel of futuristic engineering, heralding a meeting that would alter both destiny and desire. From the vessel emerged a figure of undeniable majesty, an alien queen whose presence exuded authority and mystery. Draped in garments that clung to her lithe form like woven nebulae, she moved with deliberate grace, each step resonating with the pulse of distant galaxies. Her skin, luminous and imbued with subtle hues of shifting opal, seemed to capture and refract the dying light of the planet's sun, while intricate symbols across her attire spoke of an ancient lineage and a wisdom that spanned millennia. The Queen's arrival was marked not by proclamations or heralds, but by an ineffable aura, a silent promise of transformation and forbidden intimacy. As the Queen advanced along the border of cultivated lands and untamed wilderness, the natural world itself appeared to hold its breath. The wind stilled, and even the usual chorus of nocturnal life retreated into an expectant hush. The air carried a mingling of scents, sarthy loam, the sweet tang of ripening fruit, and a faint, indefinable aroma that hinted at exotic spice and mystery. In that convergence of senses, the Queen's arrival interwove the cosmic with the terrestrial, blurring the lines between order and enigma. Not far from the vessel's landing site, the solitary farmer paused in his labor. His existence, built on generations of honest toil and quiet resilience, had been a testament to the power of simple human determination. Unaccustomed to marvels beyond his immediate horizon, he found his attention irresistibly drawn toward the luminous spectacle unfolding above his fields. The unexpected descent of the alien craft, coupled with the ethereal beauty of its emissary, stirred an awakening curiosity that defied the pragmatism of his everyday life. Every element of the scene radiated a subtle interplay of contrasts. The raw, unrefined energy of nature against the precision of futuristic design, the eternal serenity of a rural existence, juxtaposed with the disruptive brilliance of cosmic destiny. The Queen, an embodiment of elegance and otherworldly allure, seemed both a harbinger of change and a living symbol of an unfathomable realm beyond human comprehension. The farmer, embodying the enduring spirit of his people, was about to become an unwitting focal point in a narrative that transcended the limitations of ordinary life. As twilight deepened into night, the alien craft's gentle hum merged with the nocturnal pulse of the colony. The Queen's solitary path toward the earth hinted at encounters that would challenge the boundaries of perception and desire. The silent collision of fates, orchestrated by forces that spanned galaxies, marked the inception of an odyssey laden with intrigue, sensuality, and the promise of a love that would defy conventional realms. In the charged stillness of that moment, the seeds of an extraordinary liaison were sown, a union destined to meld the unyielding spirit of humankind with the enigmatic passion of a cosmic queen. The alien queen's regal presence stirred the very atmosphere of the colony as she descended from her vessel. The surroundings, once marked by the predictable cadence of agrarian labor, now resonated with a newfound energy that vibrated through every blade of grass and furrowed row of soil. The Queen's form glided along the gentle slope of a twilight-kissed field, her iridescent skin catching the soft luminescence of distant stars and the waning glow of the planet's sun. Each step was measured and deliberate, radiating a blend of otherworldly elegance and raw elemental power. Her eyes, deep and reflective as nebulae, swept over the familiar contours of the land, drawn inexorably toward an isolated figure laboring in the fields. At the heart of this bucolic expanse, the farmer moved with a quiet, unassuming strength. In his simple attire and weathered features lay the essence of human resilience, a testament to generations of toil and quiet defiance against the challenges of a frontier existence. The soft soil under his calloused hands and the determined set of his jaw spoke of long days under the burning glare of twin suns, of seasons marked by hardship and hope. When the queen's luminous silhouette emerged against the darkening sky, a spark both unexpected and profound ignited in the farmer's gaze, setting his rugged eyes alight with a mix of awe and an inexplicable, stirring curiosity. The meeting of these two souls was as natural as the turning of the seasons, yet charged with an intensity that defied the boundaries of their disparate worlds. The queen, with her graceful poise and a presence that bridged cosmic distances, approached the man with cautious intrigue. Her every movement, accentuated by the subtle play of light over her sculpted features, evoked an enigmatic magnetism that compelled the farmer to momentarily suspend his work. The quiet rustling of the tall grasses, stirred by a gentle, artificial breeze emanating from her attire, lent a hypnotic rhythm to the encounter. In that suspended instant, the boundaries of language and custom dissolved, leaving behind only an unspoken communion between the celestial and the terrestrial. As the queen stepped closer, her gaze lingered on the farmer's calloused hands and the effortless strength in his stance, a living embodiment of human determination. In her advanced world, where technology and tradition intertwined seamlessly, the raw, unrefined vigor of the human spirit was both alien and alluring. The queen's body moved with an elegance that belied the tumultuous emotions simmering beneath her cool exterior. Her posture spoke of a long-forgotten art of intimacy, a language of touch and energy that transcended verbal expression. Every detail, the subtle shimmer of her skin, the faint glow of bioluminescent markings along her limbs, the almost imperceptible hum of her technological aura served to enhance the palpable tension in the air. Beneath the expansive dome of a starlit sky, the meeting unfolded like a carefully orchestrated symphony. The farmer's steady, unpretentious demeanor contrasted sharply with the queen's sophisticated allure, yet it was this very contrast that forged an irresistible attraction. Their eyes met in a silent exchange, each perceiving in the other a mirror of longing and uncharted possibility. The queen's graceful hand extended, lightly grazing the rough, earthy texture of the farmer's forearm. That delicate touch, fleeting yet profound, encapsulated the collision of two vastly different universe of advanced technology and regal mystique, meeting the primal heartbeat of human endurance. In that ephemeral moment, the field became a microcosm of an unfolding destiny. The interplay of light and shadow, the merging of alien luminescence with the warm, familiar hues of the earth, evoked a subtle promise of transformation. The queen's quiet, deliberate movements and the farmer's instinctive, steadfast presence spoke to a deep and unspoken pactabond that would soon evolve into an exploration of intimacy far exceeding the physical realm. Their encounter, devoid of unnecessary embellishment yet rich with inherent sensuality, set the stage for a journey that would intertwine the allure of forbidden desire with the relentless spirit of human fortitude. Every detail of the encounter was etched into the fabric of the night. The whisper of fabrics against skin, the mingling sense of exotic, interstellar origins and freshly turned earth, the subtle shift in the atmosphere, as the queen's advanced aura melded with the natural cadence of the colony. In the quiet aftermath of their first touch, a profound connection was seeded, a delicate, intricate thread, linking two disparate lives. It was a moment marked not by grand declarations, but by the simple, transformative act of presence and the promise of discoveries yet to come. Beneath a canopy of indigo twilight, the colony's landscape transformed into a stage for unfolding passion and revelation. The queen, her form still radiant with the spectral glow of cosmic origins, traversed the boundary between the familiar fields and the secretive grove that sheltered the farmer's humble dwelling. Each measured step exuded both regal confidence and an uncharacteristic vulnerability, as if the very act of crossing this terrestrial threshold summoned an intimacy buried beneath centuries of disciplined detachment. The interplay of starlight and shadow lent the surroundings an air of enchantment, where every whispered rustle of wind in the leaves echoed the promise of undiscovered ecstasies. The farmer, whose life had been sculpted by the rhythms of earth and labor, now found his existence upended by the unexpected brush of alien grace. His presence, firmly grounded in the simplicity of human endeavor, radiated a silent invitation, a raw, elemental allure that transcended the physical. In the subtle cadence of his measured steps toward the ancient orchard bordering his fields, there emerged a delicate magnetism that tethered his fate to that of the celestial visitor. The ambient glow that enveloped the queen seemed to coalesce with the earthy hues of the land, forging an ephemeral bridge between worlds where instinct and aspiration intermingled. Within the secluded heart of the grove, where the murmuring of a hidden brook provided a gentle counterpoint to the nocturnal symphony, the queen and the farmer converged in a space charged with anticipation. The queen's every movement, graceful yet deliberate, hinted at an artistry refined by eons of experience, as if she carried the secrets of starborn rituals encoded in her luminous skin. The textures of her attire, woven with strands of shimmering energy and ethereal fabric, brushed softly against her form, a subtle reminder of the advanced civilization from which she hailed. In contrast, the farmer's weathered hands, calloused by the honest toil of the land, bore the imprints of generations who had nurtured life from the soil. These disparate embodiments of strength and passion met in a silent exchange, their proximity dissolving the boundaries of form and function. As the night deepened, the ambient luminescence of bioluminescent flora intertwined with the artificial radiance emanating from the queen, casting a surreal glow upon the entwined figures. The air, heavy with the sense of dew and distant spice, served as an intoxicating medium through which their energies intertwined. In a slow, deliberate ritual of exploration, the queen extended a hand that brushed across the rough, earthy plane of the farmer's forearm. That fleeting contact, charged with a subtle electricity born of unspoken longing, resonated deeply, a physical manifestation of a connection that defied both logic and gravity. It was an encounter where the boundaries of technology and nature, advanced intellect and primal desire, began to blur into a singular experience of shared wonder. The grove bore silent witness to the gradual unfolding of an intimacy that was as much cerebral as it was corporeal. In the measured cadence of their mutual discovery, every gentle caress, every cautious exploration, and every tremor of anticipation echoed the storied histories of two species destined to cross paths. The queen's eyes, shimmering with the light of distant galaxies, met the farmer's steady gaze in a communion of mutual recognition, a pact to transcend the confines of their respective worlds. There was an elegance in the way her graceful fingers traced subtle patterns along his skin, as though decoding the very language of his human essence. In that shared space, every contact became a word, every brush of touch a sentence, in an unfolding dialogue that needed no spoken language. The merging of cosmic mystique and earthly simplicity forged an experience where time itself seemed suspended. The ambient sounds, the soft murmur of water over stone, the gentle rustle of leaves stirred by a cool breeze, the rhythmic pulse of life in the quiet night wove together a tapestry of sensory impressions. The queen's advanced physiology, attuned to energies beyond mortal perception, vibrated in harmonic resonance with the raw, tactile energy of the farmer's world. Their encounter was an exploration of textures and temperatures, of silken luminescence meeting the rugged warmth of flesh, as if the union of the extraordinary and the mundane could birth an entirely new form of intimacy. In the charged solitude of that hidden grove, where the cosmos and the cultivated earth converged, the seeds of an irreversible transformation were sown. The encounter transcended the mere physical, hinting at future journeys through realms of uncharted ecstasy and profound connection. As the night matured, the initial embers of desire began to kindle into a luminous sphere, a promise of adventures yet to be charted, and emotions yet to be fully understood. The queen, a sovereign of distant stars, and the farmer, a steadfast guardian of the land, had embarked upon a path that defied conventional boundaries, uniting in a silent, fervent ballet of passion and possibility. In the wake of that secret grove, an invitation to a realm beyond mortal ken beckoned, a silent call resonating through the fabric of both human tradition and alien sophistication. The queen led the farmer away from the familiar fields into the inner sanctum of her celestial vessel, Here, the boundaries between art and technology dissolved into a visionary chamber, where ambient light danced across curved surfaces and intricate patterns of holographic stardust swirled in perpetual motion. The chamber itself, a synthesis of crystalline structures and fluid organic forms, pulsed with an energy that seemed to read the very rhythm of their hearts. Inside, the air shimmered with an almost tangible luminescence, as if every molecule bore the whisper of distant nebulae. The queen's path was marked by a deliberate grace, her feet gliding over a floor that mimicked the textures of both polished marble and soft moss. Each step released a delicate cascade of iridescent motes, ephemeral echoes of cosmic power that followed her like a trailing veil. The farmer, his eyes wide with both wonder and an innate curiosity forged by a lifetime in the open fields, followed at a measured pace, acutely aware of the contrast between the subdued simplicity of his world and the overwhelming complexity of this celestial environment. In the chamber's heart, an expanse of gently undulating panels displayed an array of living imagescence of stellar birth, and the slow decay of ancient suns rendered in colors that defied terrestrial palettes. The queen moved toward a central dais, a raised platform encircled by delicate filaments of light that pulsed in sync with her every breath. Her hand, graceful and purposeful, extended to guide the farmer onto the dais. There, beneath the watchful presence of a cosmos reimagined, the physical and metaphysical realms converged. The textured surface of the dais resonated beneath his calloused palms, an echo of his life's labor merging with the soft, almost liquid quality of the queen's touch. Their meeting in that otherworldly space was not one of hurried passion but of deliberate exploration. The queen's luminous skin, marked by subtle shifts of color that mimicked the phases of distant moons, presented a tapestry of enigmatic symbols and gentle luminescence. Her fingers, each movement a deliberate study in the art of intimacy, traced faint patterns along the farmer's weathered skin. The contrast was stark, the cool, ethereal caress of advanced biology against the warm, rugged testament to countless days spent in earnest toil. Each subtle, exploratory touch was a language unspoken, a melding of energies that transcended the ordinary interplay of flesh and desire. Beneath the intricate glow of suspended holographic vistas, the farmer experienced sensations both new and profoundly familiar. The interplay of alien technology and natural instinct wove a narrative of tactile sensations, a slow, deliberate pressure of the queen's hand against his forearm, a gentle brush along the contours of his muscles that had long borne the scars of a hard life. In those moments, the mechanical hum of the craft seemed to recede, replaced by a resonance that aligned with the farmer's very heartbeat. The ambient energy of the chamber, drawn from both advanced machinery and the raw pulses of the cosmos, enveloped them in a cocoon of transcendent warmth and understated eroticism. As their exploration deepened, the chamber itself appeared to respond. The ambient light shifted in tone, softening to a golden hue, as if echoing the glow of a setting sun over familiar fields. Intricate projections of distant galaxies and cosmic winds swirled around them, lending an almost sacred air to the encounter. The queen's touch became an exquisite choreography, a measured caress that unveiled layers of intimacy hitherto concealed by the veil of cosmic mystery. Each movement was precise and unhurried, a slow unveiling of trust and mutual recognition of the profound forces at play. The mingling of energies advanced, cool, and otherworldly with the warm, primal vigor of human life wove a complex tapestry of sensation and form. The queen's bioluminescent markings flickered softly as her fingertips mapped out gentle, exploratory routes along the farmer's skin, a silent testament to the union of two divergent, yet deeply resonant existences. The textured interplay of light and shadow, of smooth alien curves and the rough edges of a life shaped by the elements, created a sensory dialogue that spoke of both celestial destiny and earthbound authenticity. In that suspended instant, as if time itself had drawn a deep, unyielding breath, the chamber bore witness to the intimate confluence of disparate worlds. Every measured gesture, every ripple of cosmic energy that radiated outward, signified an irrevocable commitment to explore not merely the contours of the body, but the profound interlacing of existence. The queen and the farmer, two embodiments of their respective realms, discovered in this transcendent embrace a language of touch that surpassed words. A cosmic covenant formed in the silent communion of their joined essences. Within the depths of the alien vessel, a new realm of luminous wonder unfolded, a sanctum where technology, nature, and cosmic energy intertwined in a seamless dance of creation and desire. The queen guided the farmer along a corridor lined with panels that pulsed gently with iridescent hues, each step ushering them toward an inner chamber imbued with an ancient, almost mystical energy. Here, crystalline structures and fluid organic surfaces converged, forming a sanctuary that transcended mere physical boundaries. In this sacred space, the ambient glow radiated a warmth that mirrored the farmer's earthly spirit, while the cool, spectral luminescence of the queen's presence transformed the environment into a living tapestry of interstellar artistry. The chamber's architecture, an elegant fusion of sleek technology and natural biomimicry, presented a panoramic vista of swirling energies and softly echoing pulses. Every surface vibrated with the resonance of distant stars, and the air itself seemed to hum with the cadence of the cosmos. As the queen and the farmer moved deeper into this enigmatic domain, the boundaries between matter and spirit blurred, leaving only the pure synthesis of two distinct existences. The queen's skin, etched with luminous patterns that shifted like the gentle ripple of cosmic winds, complemented the rugged, earthen texture of the farmer's form. Their union was rendered, in contrasts, the pristine, almost ethereal quality of her, being interwoven with the raw, tangible essence of his humanity. Within this convergent space, the interplay of tactile sensations became an intricate dialogue of energy and form. The queen extended her delicate hand, its touch light as stardust, to trace reverent patterns along the farmer's weathered skin. Each caress was deliberate, mapping the contours of a life forged in the fields, while simultaneously inviting a deeper exploration of the hidden reservoirs of cosmic power that she embodied. The farmer's calloused palms, symbols of his enduring labor and earthly heritage, absorbed the subtle warmth of her advanced aura. In that deliberate contact, the slow pulse of an ancient rhythm was awakened, a silent cadence that resonated with both the steady beat of terrestrial life and the elusive harmonies of the celestial realm. As the chamber's energies intensified, the space itself seemed to respond to the merging of these disparate essences. The ambient lights shifted in a graceful modulation, casting rippling shadows that danced along the walls in a mesmerizing display of luminescent artistry. The fusion of their energies created a transient portal to realms uncharted, a synthesis of intellect, desire, and an intrinsic connection that defied the boundaries of language and form. The queen's bioluminescent markings flickered with a delicate vibrancy as her fingertips continued their deliberate exploration, unlocking hidden dimensions of intimacy that had long been encoded within her advanced physiology. In response, the farmer, deeply rooted in the traditions of his ancestry, experienced a stirring of life that transcended the physical. It was as though the timeless forces of the cosmos had found a reflection in the purity of human touch. In this profound convergence, every detail, the tactile interplay of contrasting textures, the shifting cascade of light and shadow, and the harmonious symphony of cosmic vibrations, wove together an experience that was at once intensely physical and transcendent. The chamber bore silent witness to this transformative encounter, its walls echoing with the reverberations of a bond forged between a celestial queen and a humble farmer. The deliberate, measured exploration of their joined beings unveiled layers of complexity and passion that had remained hidden beneath the surface of their distinct worlds. Each subtle gesture, every fleeting contact, contributed to a cumulative narrative of Fusana tapestry, where the tangible warmth of human resilience met the refined mystique of alien heritage. In that isolated sanctuary, far from the conventions of both their worlds, the queen and the farmer ventured into an uncharted territory of shared discovery. The profound integration of their energies not only redefined the boundaries of intimacy, but also heralded a new paradigm where disparate elements coalesced into a unified, evolving expression of life. The chamber, with its harmonious blend of advanced engineering and primordial natural beauty, encapsulated the transformative potential of this union, enduring testament to the power of connection that transcends the limitations of time, space, and identity. Within the innermost sanctum of the vessel, a chamber of crystalline wonder, revealed itself as a living canvas where advanced engineering and cosmic artistry converged. The queen led the farmer into a space where gravity softened and ambient light pulsed in gentle waves, creating an environment that oscillated between the realms of tangible technology and the ineffable glow of distant nebulae. The walls shimmered with a spectrum of colors reminiscent of starborn phenomena, each hue casting intricate reflections on surfaces etched with ancient symbols and geometric patterns that evoked the language of a civilization that had mastered both science and mystery. In this sanctuary, the air vibrated with a steady, resonant human heartbeat that synchronized with the rhythm of the cosmos and echoed the pulse of both human endurance and alien legacy. Every step into the chamber deepened the connection between the two beings, as if the space itself was a catalyst for the merging of their divergent essences. The queen's skin, alive with shifting opalescent hues and adorned by delicate bioluminescent markings, seemed to communicate silently with the crystalline structures around her. Each pattern on her form pulsed in quiet harmony with the ambient energy, reflecting a lineage steeped in the wisdom of interstellar odysseys. The farmer's rugged presence, defined by the textures of labor-worn skin and the solidity of a life shaped by Earth's elements, resonated with the chamber's tactile energy, grounding the ethereal spectacle in the steadfast reality of human perseverance. At the heart of the chamber, a magnificent crystalline core rose from the floor, its facets catching and refracting the ambient light into a constellation of shimmering fragments. This central structure, imbued with an enigmatic luminescence, served as a silent focal point for the intermingling of energies. The queen extended her hand toward the core, and as her delicate fingers made contact, ripples of light and warmth coursed along its surface. In response, the farmer's steady hand joined hers, their touches merging in a precise, deliberate gesture that conveyed a communion of intent. The crystalline structure vibrated subtly, as though acknowledging the union of two forces that spanned the boundaries of their respective realms. The chamber itself seemed to breathe, with a rhythm that was both mechanical and organic. Pulses of light traveled along conduits embedded in the walls, creating a dynamic interplay of shadows and luminescence that moved with the cadence of their joined presence. The ambient sound, a soft, undulating murmur, merged with the resonant frequency of their combined energies, crafting a sensory experience where each touch, each measured caress, became an intricate conversation beyond the need for words. The queen's bioluminescent trails traced luminous paths along the farmer's weathered skin, mapping the contours of a life defined by resilience and simplicity. In tandem, his calloused fingers, firm yet reverent, charted a course along her smooth, radiant surface, encountering shifts of temperature and texture that spoke of an advanced physiology seamlessly intertwined with ancient cosmic rhythms. As the crystalline core's glow intensified, the chamber became a nexus of transformative potential. The interplay of light and shadow, of warm, tactile human flesh and cool, spectral alien energy, blurred the distinctions between the physical and the ethereal. The luminous patterns dancing along the walls synchronized with the rising cadence of their shared connection, marking the progression of an intimate integration that transcended conventional boundaries. Each pulse, each radiant ripple emanating from the core, was a testament to the evolving synthesis of two disparate existences, a delicate balancing act of contrasts that found unity in their differences. In this profound convergence, the delineation between alien and human gradually dissolved, replaced by a singular, resplendent expression of being. The vessel's inner sanctum bore silent witness to this intricate ballet of energies, where advanced technology and elemental life merged into a seamless tapestry of interlaced vibrations. Every measured touch, every deliberate caress upon the crystalline surface, catalyzed the transformation of their individual essences into a shared resonantia melding of flesh and starlight that defied the constraints of time and space. The chamber, bathed in the perpetual glow of cosmic illumination, became both a crucible and a canvas upon which the art of their union was inscribed in radiant detail. Here, at the nexus of transcendent energies, the queen and the farmer embarked on a journey beyond the mere physical act of touch. Their conjoined presence, marked by the interplay of ancient human vitality and the refined mystique of an alien regency, unfolded as a silent symphony of interconnected pulses and shifting light. In the luminous embrace of the crystalline chamber, the union of two worlds was not just witnessed, but palpably felt a transformation that resonated through every fiber of their beings, heralding a new paradigm where the language of energy and intimacy redefined the limits of existence. In the depths of the alien vessel, a chamber of ever-shifting hues and subtle vibrations opened before Thema space, where matter and energy intertwined in a delicate, mesmerizing ballet. The corridor beyond the crystalline core led to a vast atrium, its vaulted ceiling studded with luminescent panels that pulsed like the heartbeat of a distant nebula. Here, the ambient light undulated gently, echoing the rhythm of two souls converging in an environment that defied the conventions of time and space. Within this sanctum, the queen and the farmer advanced slowly, their steps measured and deliberate. The floor beneath their feet shimmered with intricate mosaics that depicted cosmic cycles and ancient, undecipherable symbols. Every surface in the atrium was alive with energy. A faint hum resonated through the walls, mingling with the soft, rhythmic echo of their own breaths. The atmosphere was charged with a latent promise, a magnetic tension born from the seamless merging of alien sophistication and human earthbound resilience. As they traversed the space, the queen's luminous skin and shifting opalescent markings reflected against the myriad surfaces, creating a cascade of light that danced in unison with the farmer's steady, time-worn presence. The union of their energies evoked a silent symphony, where each step was an act of creation, and every measured movement spoke of an evolving intimacy that bridged their disparate worlds. The atmosphere, dense with the fragrance of exotic bioluminescent flora and the crisp, earthen aroma carried from the colony below, seemed to wrap around them like an unseen embrace. At a secluded alcove within the atrium, the queen paused before a vast Morala living tableau of swirling galaxies and interlaced nebulae rendered in luminous filaments. Here, the ambient light softened further, drawing their focus to the intricate interplay of shadows and radiance. The farmer's gaze, steady and reflective, met hers as he reached out to gently trace the contours of the mural, his fingertips grazing its smooth surface in a tactile exploration of art and memory. In that quiet interlude, the vessel itself appeared to hold its breath, as if acknowledging the profundity of their union. Breaking the silence, the queen's voice emerged, softly, a sound imbued with both the resonance of ancient starlight and the warmth of an unspoken promise. "Tell me," she murmured, her tone measured yet laced with a curious intimacy, "what name does your heart whisper when it recognizes a kindred spirit?" The farmer, pausing as his gaze lingered upon the shifting patterns of the mural, replied in a voice that carried the weight of a lifetime spent among the fields and under open skies, "It speaks of home, of the enduring pulse of earth and the quiet strength of simple truths." Their brief dialogue, sparse yet laden with significance, underscored the delicate balance between the celestial and the terrestrial. It was not merely a conversation, but an exchange of essences, a confirmation that in this interstitial realm, differences dissolved into a shared language of light and touch. Emboldened by this quiet communion, the queen guided the farmer deeper into the atrium, where the very architecture of the chamber seemed to respond to their presence. The walls, embedded with prismatic conduits, shimmered in cascading waves, as if the vessel itself celebrated the fusion of two distinct energies. A series of arches overhead framed the scene like portals to uncharted dimensions, each one pulsating with a subtle reminder of the cosmic origins that defined her lineage. In one secluded niche, where a gentle cascade of holographic stardust fell like soft rain, the queen drew closer, her fingertips trailing along the farmer's arm in deliberate, measured caresses. Every touch was a dialogue beyond words, a tactile articulation of trust, vulnerability, and the gradual unveiling of hidden depths. The ambient hum of the atrium harmonized with the cadence of their joined presence, forming a quiet overture to the unfolding chapters of their extraordinary journey. Amid the interplay of light and shadow, the farmer's calloused hand cupped the queen's luminous wrist. In that fleeting yet profound moment, the energy between them vibrated with an unmistakable intensity, a melding of contrasting elements that created a resonance both fragile and formidable. Their eyes locked briefly in a silent understanding, each glimpse conveying a myriad of unspoken promises and ancient truths. The Queen's gaze, imbued with the wisdom of interstellar voyages, met the farmer's steady, resolute eyes with a soft, almost imperceptible smile that spoke of eternal constancy. As they lingered in this nexus of cosmic convergence, the vessel's ambient light gradually shifted, bathing the atrium in a golden hue, reminiscent of a long-forgotten sunrise. The atmosphere became a living canvas, on which every subtle exchange, a whispered word, a lingering touch, a shared glance etched a permanent imprint of their evolving union. In this space, the boundaries of form, identity, and time receded, leaving only the essence of two beings converging in a silent dance of discovery. The Queen, drawing strength from the farmer's grounded resolve, softly repeated, "In this light, we are not separate worlds, but the promise of something beyond the ordinary." The farmer, with quiet conviction, answered, "We are the embodiment of possibility union, written in starlight and sown in the fertile soil of our hearts." Thus, within the living heart of the vessel, amid the shimmering echoes of cosmic artistry and the resonant pulse of the atrium, the Queen and the farmer embraced the veil of convergency, a threshold where the past, present, and future melded into a singular, transcendent experience of being. Beneath the infinite sweep of a starlit sky, the vessel's hum gradually receded, and the Queen and the farmer stepped into a new dawn on the colony planet. In this final space of convergence, the boundaries between alien elegance and human simplicity dissolved entirely, revealing an expanse where both worlds could merge in peaceful unity. The landscape, a gentle tapestry of verdant fields, interspersed with crystalline outcroppings left by the vessel, bore silent witness to the harmonious blend of advanced technology and the raw beauty of nature. The air was alive with a quiet celebration. Subtle luminescence from engineered flora mingled with a soft glow of dusk, setting the stage for a future defined by shared promise. Together, they emerged from the intimate recesses of the ship into an open courtyard that had been transformed into a communal gathering place. Here, the inhabitants of the colony, curious, resilient souls, who had long tilled the land, welcomed the Queen not as an invader, but as a harbinger of a new era. The Queen's radiant form, once isolated in the silent corridors of her craft, now shone in the natural light, her opalescent skin reflecting hues of hope and renewal. The farmer, embodying the steadfast spirit of the land, walked alongside her with quiet determination, each step reaffirming the unity of their disparate journeys. Amid this serene tableau, soft voices rose in gentle conversation. A group of colonists, emboldened by the extraordinary union, gathered near a sculpted fountain where water cascaded over intricately carved symbols of the planet's heritage. The Queen turned to the farmer, her voice tender yet imbued with an otherworldly timbre. "Your world has given me a new vision, a language of earth and heart that transcends time," she murmured. He replied with a warm smile, and eyes reflecting the endless sky. "And you have shown me that our love can be the bridge to a future where our differences forge strength, not division." Their dialogue, brief and heartfelt, resonated deeply with those who listened. It was not merely a conversation, but an affirmation of shared destiny, vow that the melding of their lives would serve as a beacon for all who believed in the possibility of transformation. The colony's residents, many of whom had weathered years of isolation and hardship, felt a stirring of hope as they recognized in this union the promise of renewal. As the day gently unfurled, the Queen and the farmer led the community toward the vessel's hangar, a grand structure, now repurposed as a center of learning and cultural exchange. Within its gleaming walls, artifacts of an advanced civilization sat alongside relics of human heritage. The space pulsed with a soft ambient light, evoking memories of distant galaxies and familiar earthbound traditions in equal measure. Here, workshops were planned, where knowledge of both alien technology and ancient agrarian wisdom would be shared. It was a vision of a future where art, science, and passion coexisted harmoniously, creating a new narrative that honored both legacy and innovation. In the center of this renewed world, the Queen and the farmer found a quiet haven beneath a pergola, entwined with bioluminescent vines. Their hands met in a gentle clasp as they surveyed the landscape, a living canvas of fields and starlight, where each breath carried the promise of tomorrow. "We have crafted a union that is as boundless as the cosmos," the Queen whispered, her voice a soft echo of celestial secrets. "And here, beneath the same sky that witnessed our first meeting, we shall nurture this dream into an eternal reality," the farmer replied, his tone resolute and filled with the warmth of countless sunrises. In that peaceful moment, the two understood that their love was not merely a fleeting encounter but the genesis of a new era. The synthesis of their essences had given birth to a unique culture, one that celebrated the intimacy of two beings who dared to defy convention. Their journey had traversed the realms of passion and technological marvel, from the lush fields of the colony to the inner sanctums of an alien vessel, and now culminated in a celebration of life, unity, and the transformative power of love. As twilight deepened into a velvety night, the community gathered for a silent celebration under a canopy of radiant stars. The queen and the farmer, standing together at the heart of this celestial assembly, looked out upon the faces of those who believed in the promise of a better future. In that final resounding moment of unity, it was clear that their love had not only bridged two worlds, but had also sown the seeds for a harmonious tomorrow future, where human endurance and alien elegance coexisted in perfect, joyful balance.